Hello everyone, this is Science Minds, and you're looking at the audiovisual chapter of Class 11th Biology. This is the fourth part of the Chapter 2 Biological Classification, and we're starting off with the viruses, viroids, prions, and lichens. In the five kingdom classification of Whittaker, there is no mention of lichens and some acellular organisms like viruses, viroids, and prions. These are briefly introduced here. All of us who suffered the ill effects of common cold or flu know what effects viruses can have on us, even if we do not associate with our condition. Viruses did not find a place in classification since they are not considered truly living. If we understand living as those organisms that have a cell structure, the viruses are non cellular organisms that are characterized by having an inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. Once they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of the host cell to replicate themselves. Killing the host, would you call viruses living or non living? The name virus, that means venom or poisonous fluid, was given by Dmitry Ivanovsky in 1892. Recognized certain microbes as causal organism of the mosaic disease of tobacco. Figure 2.6a. This is an diagram of tobacco mosaic virus. Figure 2.6a. Okay, which is having a capsid or the coat, you can say protein coat, and inside the RNA. These were found to be smaller than bacteria because they passed through bacteria proof filters. M.W. Bujernik in 1898 demonstrated that the extract of the infected plants of tobacco could cause infection in many healthy plants and called the fluid as contagium vivum fluidum, or the infectious living fluid. W. M. Stanley in 1935 showed that viruses could be crystallized and crystals consist largely of proteins. They are inert outside their specific host cell. Viruses are obligate parasites. In addition to proteins, viruses also contain genetic material that could be either RNA or DNA. No virus contains both RNA and DNA. A virus is a nucleoprotein, and the genetic material is infectious. In general, viruses that infect plants have single stranded RNA, and viruses that infect animals have either single or double stranded RNA or double stranded DNA. Bacterial viruses or bacteriophages, viruses that infect the bacteria, are usually double stranded DNA viruses. The protein called capsid, made of small subunits called capsomeres, protects the nucleic acid. These capsomeres are arranged in helical or polyhedral geometric forms. Viruses cause diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, and influenza. AIDS in humans is also caused by a virus. In plants, the symptoms can be mosaic formation, leaf rolling and curling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. Viroids. In 1971, Theo Diner discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. It lacked the protein coat that is found in viruses, hence the name viroid. The RNA of the viroid was of low molecular weight. Prions. In modern medicine, certain infectious neurological diseases were found to be transmitted by an agent consisting of abnormally folded protein. The agent was similar in size to viruses. These agents were called prions. The most notable diseases caused by prions are bovine spongiform encephalopathy or BSE, commonly called mad cow disease in cattle, and its analogous variant CR Jacob disease or CJD in humans. Now, lichens are symbiotic associations, that is, mutually useful associations between algae and fungi. The algal component is known as phycobiont and fungal component as mycobiont, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. Algae prepare food for fungi, and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrients and water for its partner. So close is the association that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would never imagine that they had two different organisms within them. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. So here comes the end to the fourth part of the chapter 2 biological classification. To watch more such videos, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any video. And if you want us to create these type of audio chapters for any other book or subject, do mention in comment section and like the video to keep us motivated to create such content. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye. See you.